Well, hello, welcome back to another video. The Boys Series 5, the final season, came to an end a few days ago. And what an ending it was, honestly. I thought it was absolutely perfect. The whole season, a few little niggly bits, but other than that, the actual final episode and the ending, I found it was perfect. It was perfect. And I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to go through the most notable things from the season that I can remember. Because once again, I haven't wrote anything down. I ain't going to bother. I'm just going to try and remember all the most notable things from the entire thing. And I'm probably just going to talk about all the deaths. But, you know, anyway. The whole story of this season was the virus, which didn't even go ahead, did it? The virus and the fact that, you know, they were going to infect every last superhero. And obviously very quickly found out that any soups with V1, it does affect them, but you don't die. So obviously Homelander trying to find some V1, and yeah, he gets it. He gets it. Obviously Soldier Boy comes back this season. He was amazing from when he was in it. The biggest thing I have to complain about this season is I feel like pretty much half the season, if not pretty much all of it, was sort of just a Vought Rising kind of teaser, I guess. I feel like they were just doing too much to promote that, I guess, with Soldier Boy, which I'm not fully complaining about, but I feel like they could dedicate at least just one episode to that, and then that'd be it. But really, they did quite a bit of it, I feel like. That's my personal opinion. I don't know about anyone else, but that's just me. Yeah, going into the first episode, A-Train, he dies. He's gone. Which is a shame, because he had such a good redemption, but unfortunately, he did. Obviously, we had that nice little callback to him running and actually dodging the girl this time, rather than running and just, you know, going straight through her. Yeah. But yeah, he dies, which is a shame, but what can you do? Black Noir 2 dies, stabbed in the throat by the Deep. Sure, okay. Weren't really an impactful one. A-Train was a little bit. Black Noir 2 was cool. Firecracker, literally, what? Wow, what? Huh? What? Yeah, just in the head, gone. And I saw it coming. Homelander tried to tell her, like, just leave, and she didn't. She kept pushing, and yeah, got killed. What can you do? Yeah, one of the characters I weren't the biggest fan of this season was that new one, the O-Father. I wasn't a big fan of him, and that's just my opinion, honestly. That's people can love him, that people can hate him. That I just wasn't a big fan of his character, to be fair. And that's it. That's all. Obviously, that whole episode with the actual V1 with Homelander getting it and a bomb site, who's a character in Vought Rising. I feel like that should have been the episode just to promote that new show and that it, but they kind of dragged it out a few episodes. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. And then obviously the boys figuring out they could remake Soldier Boy's power and take Homelander's powers, which obviously we know works. Yeah. I can't really think of any other like really no. Oh no, I can remember. Obviously the episode with Translucent Sun. Yeah, we had that. Oh, I can't remember her name, but it was the bold soup who can, you know, just crush people with their mind. That episode, I genuinely thought that Huey was just gone for like a couple of seconds. It was like 2 or 3 seconds. I was like, no, they're surely not. And then obviously it was Maverick that got slimed. So, you know. And then she got a neck snap, so oh well. Ryan having his little brawl with his dad. Yeah, that was alright. He lost, obviously. So, you know, that's that. I can't actually think of anything else. Obviously, Sage, you know, rebelling and going against Homelander. I kind of saw that coming, to be fair. So I weren't really surprised. Ashley becoming vice president and then the president. Yeah, cool. Her power, yeah, okay. She can read minds with the back of her head. Yeah, cool power. Nothing really else to say about that. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna get. Oh, actually no. Soldier Boy wasn't in the last episode, was he? He was choked out by Homelander. Yeah. So technically, in the boys' universe, Soldier Boy's still out there. He's still alive. Whether we'll see him ever come back in the future, maybe. But until then, he's frozen again in hibernation. But now I'm going to get into the final episode because there's many deaths. So yeah. Start off with, I found the final episode absolutely perfect. Honestly, I don't think I have any other things to say other than it was perfect. I loved it. I don't think they could have done it any better. No, I genuinely think it was absolutely perfect. All the deaths, you've got the Deep, you've got O-Father, you've got... Who else died? Homelander and Butcher. The dog, Terra. Yeah, that was it really, wasn't it? Oh my god, I forgot about one of the other deaths for the season. Frenchie died. Damn it. Poor Frenchie. To be fair, at the start of the season, I thought, other than Butcher, I feel like one of the boys is going to die. Like, beside Butcher, because I had a feeling Butcher was going to die anyway, but yeah, I had a feeling one of them was going to die. I just couldn't really figure out who. It was Frenchie, so you know. But yeah, getting into the final episode, that whole thing, just the way that Homelander died, yeah, amazing. Obviously, you know, his powers get taken away, and we very, very quickly realise that without his powers, he is absolutely nothing. He is weak. He is nothing without them powers. And we very, very quickly realise that. He is not strong at all. So, yeah. It was perfect, honestly. Like, Butcher just telling him, like, this is for Frenchie, and then just slamming him in the face, like, a good 20 times. So much deserved. So deserved. And then, obviously, for Becca, he lodges the crowbar right into his forehead and cranks it back. And his head is ripped open. And honestly, perfect. It was perfect. I don't think I've ever been more satisfied to see a character die in my life. It was the most satisfying death ever. Honestly, I loved it. I loved it. And then going through the episode even more, Terra the dog, he, I guess, passes away. It's unfortunate. No one likes to see a dog die, do they? So, it's a shame. And then that in itself, Butcher's realised, I have nothing else. And he goes to the tower and plans to let the virus off. But Huey stops him. They have a bit of a fight. And Butcher gets shot in the stomach. And eventually dies. And I'm pretty sure, what was his last words? It was either, I don't know what to do, or you are the spitting of Lenny. It was one of them two. I can't remember which one it was now. I think it was I don't know what to do. Anyway, I just kind of figured that Butcher would die. And I'm not annoyed that he did. I'm not. Because I know that he was sort of the hero. But he's more of an anti-hero. But yeah, I think throughout the seasons, he was a bit of a knob. So yeah, it was deserved. And then, oh my god, the way the Piano Man came in. Oh my god. I thought it was going to be We Didn't Start the Fire. But no, it was Piano Man. And oh my god, the little montage while it's playing was perfect. It was perfect. And then obviously it stops and it goes to Huey and Starlight and found out they have a kid. And then they have a baby and they've named it after Robin. So yeah, that was a nice little thing. I don't know how I feel about, you know, Huey's late girlfriend being, you know, the name of his kid, but it's a nice thing to do. It's a nice thing to do. And then just it carries on, and it's just Huey looking up in the sky, and it cuts to black and the credits roll. Right, I've just realised I missed the Deep's death. Obviously, you know, he has that argument with Starlight, and she's like, take some responsibility for yourself. Even till the end, he said no. The way he just went, no, and then ran, and obviously got blasted off into the sea, and then impaled in the head by an octopus. So, you know, lovely. But yeah, this season was good. No matter what I see online, I really enjoyed this season. I really did. And it's not the best one, don't get me wrong, but it was good, and I loved it. And I'm gonna rate it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you didn't, then don't. I can't force you. But yeah, I really enjoyed this season, and I can't wait for Fort Rising. But until then, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.